Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Let It Die. So we're back and hopefully with a clue this time. Yeah, last few episodes, well last episode and a half. Yeah, it was mostly getting just back into the swing of things. I've been putting some thought into what the next few episodes are going to be about. And I've decided it's time to go and take on the next big challenge. But this episode will be preparing for that challenge, I would say. I'll be going into that. Also, be having a look at farming areas for the Candlewolf Zone. Different material types. And yeah, then we'll be fighting the boss with some different strategies, I guess. I can think of two specific ways to deal with that boss. Also, I want to show off the new weapon we got last episode, the shovel. Between episodes I've farmed some materials required to make the first form. It's still got 7 minutes left on the R&D. But I'm showing it off now so you can see what the material requirements are for +0 tactical shovel. It costs 1 war black, a bone metal, alu engine part ×3, and massive iron ×4. The iron type material seems to be required for many things. Almost every weapon seems to cost iron or something like that. And some of them cost a ridiculous amount. Like you've got the drill arm. I remember spending a bunch of massive iron upgrading that. So I guess that's why I'm pretty low on that material type. I've got a decent store of the other Candlewolf materials. Just massive iron is it's just required for so many things that it's been costing. So yeah, there's a couple of things that I'll be wanting to upgrade further for this Let's Play. I'll just have a quick look over the R&D options available at the moment. Be sorting on weapons first. So the drill arm, the material type that's blocking me off from upgrading this to its next and much more powerful form would be the steel, which is 30+ floors material. And as for the rules of the Let's Play, I'm not going to be using any 30+ weapons on 20+ floors. So that means the Death Burner iron is also out of the question. This costs pure aluminium, steel, reversal and dot red, which we have all access to currently. The sniper, this is the reason I couldn't buy it last time, because I just didn't have it R&D'd. So I've got almost no spliffium left. Wow, I just realized I had just enough spliffium to make the tactical shovel. Huh. Well yeah, there are some weapons that I haven't even made the base form of, so that's why it's not showing up in the list. Haven't made the fireball baton, the lightning wand, the rocket launcher, which is an interesting weapon. It's only got 4 ammo, so it's got a very niche use. It's very bursty type damage. It's potentially the most damaging weapon in the game. I think it eventually ends up with 6,000 damage as of now that I know of. Maybe there's a tier 4 release for it. I'm not sure, but for now, maybe it has tier 4. I don't know. Well, I know it does like 6,000 damage, and it may be the strongest range weapon, but it's got 4 shots, so whatever you're dealing with has to die in 4 shots, or you have to purchase multiple rocket launchers and bring them with you, which takes up bag space. And there's a bag space limit on the top level challenges in the game so far. Well, since we're just explaining away things here, I'll definitely be able to purchase a tactical shovel and show that off when it's ready. So yeah, it's severely limiting in its usage, because it's a pretty expensive weapon too. Like if you need multiple rocket launchers to deal with any challenge, You purchase one for what, 20 something thousand, fully upgraded, and then of course you'll have to deal with the cooldown. So you can only purchase another rocket launcher within an hour and a half from the first purchase when it's upgraded completely. And since it's only got 4 shots, you'll be spending it much quicker than other weapons. So yeah, the hour and a half cooldown to purchase another rocket launcher will easily last much longer than the use of the weapon itself. With any other weapon, you'd go up in the tower and you'd spend that hour and a half that it's on cooldown actually using it and killing enemies with it. Like, so let's say the Dragon Buster Sword S, go up to floor 30 plus and do a bunch of killage, climb a couple of floors. I don't know how long it would take, but the weapons often at least last kind of as long as their cooldown timer. But with the rocket launcher there's a whole different aspect to it. You'd have to save up rocket launchers over a long period of time if you wanted to use just rocket launchers for a specific challenge. It's weird. Also, this game has got probably some of the highest prep work in any game I can think of to deal with bosses. You may need to spend weeks preparing for boss fights with, like, not continuous play but like periodic play, where you'll buy like 1 or 2 weapons a day because you'll have to wait for that hour and a half cooldown just to have, like, let's say the Forceman. The way I'll prepare for the Forceman is I'll do the weekly quests. Actually, what am I talking about? We're not even close to Forceman, so I'm going off on tangents, wasting time. Okay, let's see. We got some management that needs doing. Yeah, I've got a bunch of things to sell. I'll take out a Magnum and blast these life shrooms right out of him. I've got a bunch of longsword S's. I wonder why I've got those. Probably for like the sword only challenge on certain floors. That needs upgrading. Man, I hope I've upgraded that. I'll have a look in a minute. Gonna go ahead and cook things and sort out the box first. So yeah, this episode will be preparing for floor 30 Dawn challenge. So the way I'd prepare for that is purchase the armor and weapons needed. Let's see what we've got. Oh geez, that's not good. Actually I have to go back and put that on cooldown instantly. Come on. Yeah, it'll probably be ready. The weapon.
It's turned out well.
I would say a masterpiece has been born. I'll purchase one of those. 8-minute cooldown. Definitely purchase this one. 16-minute cooldown. This is a weapon we'll be using on the boss, so it's unfortunate that I haven't got any in stock right now, so I'll be having to definitely keep that in mind. 16-minute for the next purchase. I'll want to have 2 or 3 to deal with the boss. Come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on. And I want to buy another thing, so it's going to be loading again. The shop, at some point they've worked on having it not communicate with the servers as often as it used to, but it looks like they've rolled back that change, and now it communicates with the servers again a ridiculous amount of time. So every time you make a change in the store and then you leave the menu, it'll need to communicate with the servers or load. The rolling beetle will be rolling. And boy, is that obnoxious. It's a bunch of waiting around. Really obnoxious. Look at that. Loading beetle just stopping you from playing the game. Come on, let me play. Okay, here we go. And then we exit the store and the beetle's rolling again, communicating with the servers. And if we want to interact with the store again, it'll start loading. So, ugh. The loading screen game. Right. I think you can get those life shrooms from the pill bugs. Where is that thing? Ah, there. Found an OG fish between episodes when I was going up to Kani looking for some massive iron. Oh, wrong button. There we go. Quick reload. Take care of the last two. Come on then. There, got him. So for the 30th floor done, we'll be using definitely a life shroom. You'll want to have that whenever you're going up to do any kind of challenge. Or even if you're just going to a high floor, you never know what will happen. That increased life to 150. Gonna turn you into a shish kebab. Alright, cook these beasts. I picked up some beasts for healing. Cook the dragons. Mushroom. Oh. That's something, if you're scrolling through your consumables and you press the throw, you'll actually lock the transition between, as you can see, is in between the turtle and the mouse shroom right now. You can you swipe with like your one thumb on the touchpad, and then you press the throw button as quick as you can with the other, and then you can lock it between. It'll also pause while if you're come on, oh, it won't let me jump on those flower boxes anymore. But if you're falling, if you're losing any kind of loss of control over your character while you're scrolling through your stuff, it'll also lock temporarily. But yeah, I digress. Let's continue. You're cooked. Cook these guys. Use a quick cooking strategy. Tactic. What else needs cooking? You. Fishy fungus. There we go. Everything's cooked. It takes so much time to do prep work. Like, it's really... This game is very much not easy to put in a form of let's play without editing. Like, this is kind of stuff you would want to edit out. I guess it, yeah. I already do things between episodes, but let's see. Yeah, I got a bunch of those, that's cool. I guess it does portray just about all of the prep work that would go into fighting a boss. Yeah, you could take, well, there's certain steps in this game. You could spend your time doing whatever. You could go farming, you could go collecting, you could gather stuff, you could send expeditions. All this kind of stuff is prep work for other things in the game. Selling these, purchasing items. I'm gonna go and talk with Suzuki. Sell some blueprints. And I also have to purchase a healthy armor set. And doesn't seem like I've got the cash right now. So, why do I have these on me? Probably to level up the weapon, the weapon experience, the mastery. Just gonna sell these blueprints I've already unlocked. Also have the M404 rocket launcher. Those are almost broken. The night lance. Well, it's only got 2 levels to go, so I might as well hang on to these and level them up. Come on. Let me go.
Come back anytime.
Right, see if I can find a temporary armor set to use while we're farming. I'm not going up super far. I've got a fencing chest and a knight's chest. Knight chest has, well, it's not the right grade. I've got the red one as well, but I just haven't purchased them. Decent amount of armor. I think I'll be using the Phantom Soldier body, Phantom Soldier legs, and why not the hat as well. I'll use that to go up and collect some things. So we've got enough life shrooms, attack shrooms, the grilled fungus, probably for TDM. Just gonna sort with the square button. Probably want to be using some higher grade cooked beasts as healing items when going to floor 30 boss. We've got some lizards and turtles and a barbed meat half portion, so should be good for healing. Yeah, that's more than enough cooked lizards, grilled lizards to deal for the healing. Grilled turtles, all it'll show you the amount of restored HP. Restored HP XL, and then the golden beast fully restore. So yeah, you want to be using XL heals from this point onwards. Well, from Candlewolf onwards. Because yeah, your fighters have more health, so they need better healing. Should be good for that. Just checking the grilled mushroom, yeah, we need a bit more of that. Right. Camas assault rifle, that's really just to deal with the lower floor minions. Motorcycle, tactical shovel. Tactical shovel starts off with a lot of damage. Look at that. 540. It hasn't got any mastery yet, so it's going to deal even more damage. Yeah, it's almost as strong as the motorcycle, fully upgraded in its first tier. Alright. Ah, yes. This is a mushroom that I'm going to be needing, the snail shroom. Okay, so we'll be going up to beast floors in search of snail shrooms. And this is the only time I can think of that the snail shroom is useful in the game. Or necessary. I guess it's got various uses on some floors in the war ensemble area, where there's fire and electric to deal with. But yeah, you can avoid most of those elemental hazards if you just keep your eyes open and pay attention. Let's see, these things need leveling. Just having a look if anything else needs leveling. I've got one of those. The sword's leveled up. I'm gonna take out these half-broken low-level swords. Got 2 drill arms, that's good. Won't be needing more than that. Definitely want another motorcycle. We will be getting that before heading on to fight the boss. Right. Should be alright. Fencing armor. I've got the chest, legs. I think I'll need a hat. And I've got the kill coins to get it. Let me out. Storage chest. Where's me? Okay, equip all this stuff. Tactical shovel, be using that as well. Camus, no idea. Pork chopper instead of the iron claw, why not? Look at that. Menacing looking weapons. Huh. Right. So Yeah, I'll go ahead and purchase the hat and get that on cooldown.
Oh, welcome back.
Where is it? There it is. Fencing helmet. Fencing helmet is probably the equivalent of the knight helmet. So if you're fighting the 30th floor boss and you don't have the fencing set, I think I've mentioned this before,
Come back anytime.
but the knight armor is a very good armor set, and you can easily, well, with a bit of effort, you can level that up to tier 2 knight's armor, which is the red looking knight armor, +4 or +2 or +3, however high you want to get it before challenging the bosses on 20 to 30 Candlewolf. Okay, I think we're good to go. Man, these loading screens, these loading beetles. If you add up all the time spent just waiting for those beetles rolling, it adds up. Okay, so we'll be heading to a couple of beast floors that are good to, you know, good floors with a bunch of beasts. One floor I know of with many snails would be Dida. Dida's got a bunch of snails that are always on the floor. Another good floor would be, I think, Mocha Magome, and the floor above Mocha Magome, Daneda. After the first Jindai boss, on the Jindai floor you'll have a couple of poison snails, and on the floor beyond Jindai, they lock you off from returning once you reach there. Floor 7, and it's a floor full of traps. They have poison snails, quite a lot of those up there. We won't be needing that much, I think, like, I don't know, how much would I be using? Like 10 or something like that. So yeah, we'll go ahead and collect those. Another good beast floor would be Maka Tsutsumi, if you're looking for mouse shrooms or sting shrooms. So where are we going? Daida? Yep. Off we go. It's amazing how little you can get done in bouts of half hours. Especially in Let It Die, because you're prepping every time you go into the tower. Not to mention the amount of time that goes into it if you're doing expeditions as well, constantly. Because that's a break of like 15, 20 minutes every time you're every hour. So every hour when your expeditions are done, actually I can go ahead and just smack you off the wall because I'm after the shrooms and not the snails. Again, if you want to use your fist weapon and you've got 6 out of 6 weapons equipped, try and have a two-handed weapon equipped as well, because then swapping to the opposite hand of the two-handed weapon to a one-handed weapon will give you a hand free. So we've got a couple of snails here. And here's an interesting look. Like, it's in the shade right now, but I'm gonna pop it in the light over here and show it off. I think, didn't I show... I may have shown this off in a... yeah, I probably did. I showed this off in a Let's Play episode or a stream. It may have been a stream. But I've shown off the new look. This is another change that they've done besides the listing in the storage box, is materials will now show up with the color that they have on the icon. So vegetable oil, you can see it from a distance, that's veggie oil. If it was waste oil, it'll be red. So materials actually have to look like they're supposed to. They don't all look like the lowest tier anymore, which is cool. Might as well just get rid of all the nails here. Pew pew, pew pew. Wire Mountain. I'm gonna take it. It looks like I got a ton, so I'll be definitely trying to spend that on some kind of upgrade. Boom. There we go. That's already 5 of the snail shrooms. One more run should do it. We had a good layout this time for the snail room right next to the elevator. So just be popping back down and then heading back up afterwards. I'll probably spend these weapons, except the shovel. Although, now I'm gonna run back up here and take on some enemies and level these weapons up. Didn't get much done this episode. I may just make it 2 parts or 1.5 like I did with the previous episode and upload them simultaneously again. Actually, 50 minutes per episode would be much better than the half an hour per episode. But I don't think you can record that long, can you? I don't know, maybe there's a recording setup where you can record an hour long for a PS4. But it may have a detrimental effect on the quality. I'm worried. Well, here we go. Going to floor, well, what do you call this? Waiting room? Waiting room floor, -1. Going to the basement to reset the tower, then going back up. Oh bugger, I just realized how much kill coins we've got. That's not good. We don't have enough for the return trip. Guess we'll just jump down the tower. That'll save us money on elevators, right? Just jumping down. I mean, you should be able to survive it. Many games don't have fall damage. The tactical shovel design, I think it was out there ages ago. People have leaked the design for the tactical shovel a long time ago. It was with the I guess the fencer set also was leaked a long time ago with Forceman gear. Like a lot of designs that were added to the game have been known a long time before they actually appeared. Which is curious. Anyway, this seems to be the end, so I'll be making this a 2-parter. See you guys in a minute.